It's Hans at happierman.com. Today's topic is happiness options. Well, I just want you and me to understand that there are options for your happiness. There's not just one way to do it. I've done everything for me, and I've provided all this information on my videos and in my website, and as I'm talking to people on an individualized basis, I'm making the case or sharing what works for me. But there are so many different options for your happiness, and you hate to just get locked into one way. But I would just point out that there are incredible numbers of ways for a man or anyone to be happy. But the main thing is, to be happy is to be looking for the ways that make you happy, doing more of that, looking for what makes you unhappy, minimizing that, and then constantly be evaluating these things over time. What makes you happy? For example, what makes you happy when you're in your 20s is probably not going to make you happy as you get older. It probably won't. For example, in my 20s, early to mid 20s, I'd love to go out every weekend, Friday and Saturday night. If I wasn't doing that, if I didn't go out on a Friday and Saturday night, I would be very, very frustrated, very kind of irritated, sad, and angry at whatever, let's say if somebody we had a plan to go out, and the plan fell through, I'd be very, very angry. Or if we were planning to go to an outdoor event venue and it rained, I would be very, very angry at the weather that's spoiling, my fun. But then I got married, had the children, and going out on Friday and Saturday night, that was not important to me at all in those years. What was important to me was taking care of my precious children and trying to have a good family life. That was important to me at that time in my life. When my wife, for the various reasons that I've talked about other places, could not be nice to me, I had to make a change, and I left her, and I detail all that in my book, Leave Your Wife and Be a Happier Man with a 3-Step System, available on the happierman.com website. But the point is, I couldn't be happy remaining a married man at that time in my life, in my early 40s. It just was proving to be impossible to be happy with her. So I left her, recreated my life, and here I am years later. I've never been happier, right? I don't have a wife or steady girlfriend that I have to please and fret over and accommodate. Now, there may come a day where I have that again, but let's say for now, I don't have that. I don't have young children to tend and care for and be constantly watching them. I have 2 adult children who I absolutely adore, and the other thing about them is they absolutely adore me, which is even better. It's even better. It's a wonderful thing, but they don't need tremendous amounts of my time or energy. Minor amounts of time and energy kind of the right amount that I have to offer, it helps them, it helps me. So let's say the children, but there come a time, perhaps they'll get married and they'll have their own children, and then I'll be a grandfather, and then I'll perhaps it'll be that caring for young children phase again. We'll see. We'll see how all that goes. But then looking back to what makes me happy, like I said, in my 20s, I loved going out on the town with my friends and having fun that way, going to festivals, parties, picnics, whatever, bars, restaurants, nightclubs, concerts. Well, I find myself now in my 50s, I love doing that stuff all over again. But in my 50s, I only want to do it at a very modest pace. So let's say on the weekend, I don't go out on Friday and Saturday night. I might go out on one or the other. Or maybe not at all. Right? I have other things to do for this phase in my life. So I would give that idea a little thought. It's your life. Your happiness is everything. You got to keep moving and keep evaluating what makes you happy, what makes you unhappy. Minimize the unhappiness, maximize the happiness, and keep evaluating, because what you want to do today, at some point in your life, you're probably not going to want to do that. If you want a younger man probably needs lots of adventure, lots of physical exertion. An older man, no, I don't need so much of that. A modest amount is enough for me. Things change over time. So give that idea some thought. All for now.